Hello? Oh boy, buckle up for a great story. So, it's been a long day. The world is a dark, terrible, scary place right now. And I decide, you know what? I don't drink soda a whole lot anymore, but I'm going to treat myself to a Coke because it's been a long day. So I go to McDonald's. I get in line. I order my food. And as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about doing a good deed. Okay? I'm thinking about when people do nice things for one another. I'm thinking about, I've been hearing stories about people paying it forward, buying the person behind them their food, their drinks at Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out. So I'm at McDonald's thinking, you know what? I want to do that. And then this happens. Seriously? Seriously? So, I get out of my car. I said, hey man, you hit me. And he looks at me and says, why didn't you scoot up? So, yell.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're level. Yeah,
At this point, his poor friend is trying to defuse the situation. He's like, ma'am, there's no damage to your car. My friend's not smart. I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, his friend, though, the driver keeps running his mouth. And I'm just not having it. So at this point, the kid turns to me and calls me a Karen. Oh, hell no. I'm thinking this punk needs to go down. Not only that, but I don't care if somebody wants to call me out on this. I think using terminology Karen, I get what it's for. I get it's to call middle-aged women in a crisis who want to call the manager to have justice. You know, I get it. But at the same time, isn't that also considered racist and stereotypical to call a white woman who is a female by that name? Because let's be honest, if I called somebody who is Hispanic some sort of Hispanic name that was stereotypical, wouldn't that be racist of me? Probably. Sorry, not sorry. At this point, I debate on calling the police, but what are they going to do? And they're probably going to look at me like, you know, there is no damage. And I'm like, you know what? I got to let it go. I hate this kid. I want him to learn a lesson, but I got to let it go. So I get back in my car, trying to be the bigger person, trying to bite the bullet. And I get to the pay window and I have a light bulb moment. So in that moment, I tell the manager who's at the window and he looks at me and says, ma'am, are you okay? Which I tell him, yes, but I need him to help me out with something. I need a favor. So the guy at the window, I tell him, all right, I want to buy my food and I would also like to buy theirs. And he kind of looks at me a little shocked. And I tell him, no, give me both receipts. And he says, okay. And he looks at me kind of confused. And so when I get to the pickup window, I see that the manager has migrated, observing from that pay window to the pickup window. And he gives me my food, and I said, no. Here's the other receipt. I've got two. I've got two orders. I ordered their food. I paid for their food. I want it. And he looks at me and starts laughing, and I said, we're going to teach these kids a lesson about you need to do the right thing, and you don't need to be a dick in life. Okay? So now I'm enjoying their food, and they have to wait in line double the amount of time. Maybe I am a Karen.